In what ways are you already incorporating entrepreneurship into the classroom?
So when I first took over the entrepreneur class, a lot of kids weren't interested. And I
Okay.
thought, this is such a big thing, especially nowadays. So many people start their own businesses or work from home, and you need to have that entrepreneur mindset or that opportunity mindset to be like, I can do this,
Yeah.
right? And so I wanted to reach more kids than just one section, one class a year. So I sought to find some type of curriculum that would be really good. And I fell on a curriculum called the YE Academy, which I've kind of shared
Yeah.
with you guys. And one thing they encourage us to do, which I did this year, and I'll do again next year, was to start your own class economy, your own market. And
Oh,
you do that by offering YE dollars. It's like you the kids get paid. And then at the end of every month, you have a big class auction that has things like gift cards and small prizes and candy. So the kids all month, when you try to get them involved in class discussions, if they're involved, you pay them. If they come on class on time, you pay them. You're trying to encourage those really good core foundational values they need to be a successful entrepreneur. And so you're constantly giving them money and encouraging them. It really gets them excited to get involved because they want to get paid so they
mhm.
can get involved with this class auction. And then when we go in our unit on economics, because we have a little small unit on economics, and we talk about markets and scarcity and limited resources, you can bring all that up as you talk about your own class economy. And as you're doing the auctions, you talk about all those concepts that kind of are really big in their heads until you can bring it down. So doing the class auction's been awesome. And the YE Academy actually funds your classroom. So
Oh,
they,
wow.
they gave me all the money I needed to pay for all my auctions, quite a bit of money. Like, they also fund you to do all the activities they have set are very interactive, hands-on interactive. And it costs a lot of them have supplies or games that you buy, but they fund it and they buy everything for you. So we have a lot. For instance, when I was teaching cost of goods sold in both my accounting class and in my entrepreneur class, we started by I gave them a cup of pudding and some Oreos and some worms, and we made a product called Dirt and Worms, if you've ever
Mhm.
had it.
Yep.
So they made their dirt and worms, and they're like, why are we doing this? I'm like, oh, that's so fun. And they ate their dirt and worms. And then we talked about the cost of goods sold, and I talked to them about how much the pudding cost and how many. We figured out our price per unit, and then we added it all together. Anyways, so it stuck for them, and they really enjoyed it. So a lot of different activities like that this curriculum offers and funds. And then they also fund you at the end of the semester to start and do what's called a market day, which we
Oh,
didn't necessarily get to do this year because of COVID, but I'm hoping to incorporate it next year. So you give all the kids decide what they want to sell during maybe lunchtime at the school, whatever, or before school, after, whatever you pick. Um, they have to produce it and sell it you call it market day. They come up with a business plan. We use the lean startup business plan. The business canvas model is what I teach. This year I did. So they'll create that. They get their product. And again, I haven't done this. This is what I'm hoping to incorporate next year.
mhm.
Um, and then they would say, hey, it's going to cost me $100 to start this business. That's my startup costs.
Okay.
So YE funds that. So
Wow.
give me all the money for all of them, right? Now they have to pay it back at the
Mhm.
end. They have to pay that back, but then kids get to keep all their profits.
Okay.
So that's another way that gets exciting for them. They're like, oh, we get to start a business and we have one day, how much, and we get to keep all this
Yep.
money. So I'm excited to try that next year. This year we did more of a Shark Tank thing, and I had judges come in and they had to do a pitch because we did your guys' pitch challenge the
Yep.
first semester, which was super fun. So second semester, because they couldn't participate in that, we brought in some judges and they did a pitch challenge, and we did more of a Shark Tank, and they really enjoyed that. But next year I'm hoping to do the actual market day,
Yeah, that
have
would be
start a
crazy
business.
cool.
Yeah.